Super middleweight Khainell Wheeler, who takes on Ryan Adams next Friday night, March 11th, at the Wind Creek Casino Resort in Bethlehem, PA, as part of King's Promotions. Return to Wind Creek in Bethlehem. Khainell, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Feel great. Camp's going great.
Taking on Ryan Adams, late replacement. Obviously, you were supposed to take on Divar Farhadi in a fight against an undefeated fighter. First of all, how's everything going with camp, and also late opponent change? How's that affecting you?
It doesn't affect me any different because to me it's a fight. Whoever gets in the ring, I gotta fight whoever's in the ring. So, but I mean, camp's going great. We just started cutting. We're getting one more sparring session in, and then we'll be cutting down to 168. So we'll be on weight for next Thursday, next Friday.
Were you a little bit disappointed though that you were scheduled to face an undefeated guy, your second straight undefeated opponent, coming off the big win over Frederick Julian back in December? Were you a little bit disappointed that obviously you got some good momentum, maybe another good win even gets you in a better spot?
Not at all. But I mean, maybe we'll fight down the line. I mean, I don't know what's going on his side, but hopefully everything is okay. So maybe we'll fight later.
So you're fighting at home in Bethlehem, PA. Talk about that. As, a lot of people hitting you up for tickets. I believe this is your first main event. People, maybe this is a little bit extra. Things going on with it being the main event. So you get maybe one or two more distractions than normal.
No, I'm not distracted. I'm used to the popularity. I was popular all through middle school, high school, and I was able to focus in on my work and just get everything I had to get done and graduate. I actually graduated from high school and I graduated from CIT, it's Career Institute of Technology. And so I'm used to the attention, and I know how to discipline myself and get myself away from that. Just keep that out the way.
Tell us a little bit about Ryan Adams. What do you know about him?
Absolutely nothing. I seen a picture.
I think we lost you for a second. We're going to ask you to log out, log back in. We lost your sound because I believe you probably got a phone. You probably got a phone call. So we can't hear you. So log back out and log back in. There we go. Now we got you. So you say all we got. The only thing you've done is seen a picture of Ryan Adams.
Absolutely.
So now, do you normally scout your opponents? Maybe look at a video, or is this par for the course? I know some fighters, they don't want to know anything because they believe it's all about what they need to do in the ring.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the same for me. I leave it to my coaches. My coaches want to show me videos and stuff, but I'm like, nah, I don't care because come fight night they could switch up, So I'm whatever. I adapt to whatever goes on in the ring.
So let's just you won your first 4 fights by first round knockout. You go to Florida and suffer a close decision loss, 58-56. And now two wins in a row, as we mentioned, the 6th round win over Frederick Julian on the Triller card back in December. Talk about I guess it's now kind of like the third phase. You got the first round knockouts, then the loss, and now you're back on the right track. Talk about the kind of like the more ups and downs, but kind of like how your career has gone so far.
Well, I mean, a short summary. I mean, it's going well, but I mean, the ups and downs part of it, it's just a part of the game. It comes with it. Sometimes you get in there with guys that are in better shape. At the time when I fought in Florida, we actually weren't even in the gym. I trained 2 days, and we flew up. Wow, he's making a wrong turn. We trained 2 days, and we took the fight on short notice. I heard a number. They gave me a number. They called me with a short notice person. I was like, yeah, sure. And I took it and wasn't in shape. I thought I was in enough shape to fight, but it's not sparring or anything like that. It's not just regular stuff in the gym. So we took it, and he was a little crafty. He was in enough shape to win, and he beat me. So
Has that taught you maybe not to do the late notice thing again, or?
Yeah, like 50-50. Because I mean, I'll take a short notice call now as long as I'm close to the weight that they're asking for. I'll take it. Like that's nothing. Because I'm staying in shape. My coach taught me, stay in shape like you're fighting Saturday. So I was like, all right, we're in the gym all the time now, even if we're not fighting. Because, like, I mean, the reason why I wasn't in the gym is because, I mean, when you're not fighting in boxing early on in your career, you're not making that much money. So I have to work, and I was working long
Yeah.
hours. I was working 12-hour shifts. So my thing was, if I'm not fighting, if I'm not active,
Stopping again
then I'm
because
not making any
there you
money.
go.
I'm wasting my time in the gym. It's not like I was getting. I was saying I
Uh,
have to, I have to make money. I got to make ends meet. So I was like, I'd rather stay at work than stay in the gym
six
at the
and
time. I
one,
mean,
6-1, 5 knockouts, all first round knockouts. Do you consider yourself a puncher more than anything else, or there's more to Khainell Wheeler's game than just getting guys out there in the first round?
there's definitely more to the game. There's definitely more. I can punch. I'm not worried about punching power. I have that in the bag. You could ask any heavyweight that I've ever sparred. I had that in the bag. But there's definitely more. And all I can say is tune in and don't blink. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Is that something that not, I'm sure you don't care what like the media or anyone else thinks, but you worried about? Cause I'm asking this question about about being labeled as a power puncher, and people saying not giving you enough credit for other aspects of your game.
I mean, I'm not worried about the labels. I mean, I was born with a label. My name's Kynell. I could have been labeled something. I could have been named James.
Okay.
Anything. It doesn't matter. People are gonna say what they want. Believe what they want. Feel how they want. Whatever.
What do you tell us a little bit about yourself? About your, you got when did you get into boxing, amateur career, the whole 9 yards?
Well, I actually got into boxing like mid high school, 10th grade, early. Well, like yeah, mid 10th grade, going into 11th grade. Um, it actually started on a school bus. I got into an argument, altercation with a female on the school bus, and it made me
Ooh.
not want to take the school bus. So I started waking up early. I was living by myself at the time. My mother had passed a year prior, and I started waking up early, making myself oatmeal, cutting up bananas, strawberries in it, and I would eat and jog to school. And I would always arrive to chemistry class, and one of my sparring partners, still to this day, he used to ask me before I even, before I knew him, he used to ask me, he's like, why do you jog to school? He's like, are you a boxer or something? And I was like, yeah, I box, just to kind of like brush him off a little bit. And he's like, oh, that's what's up, that's what's up. He's like, I box too at the Larry Holmes gym. He's like, you should come down. And I was like, all right. And I actually, I took the initiative and went down there, and I actually met up with Jeff Dorsey and Marquise Pierce. They were down there training in like the garage at the time, and I started working out, training with them. I'm sorry, and from there it was just uphill. We started sparring. I started, I was always in shape, so I mean, like they weren't worried about me being in shape for sparring or anything like that. And I just started sparring everybody, getting a new company in the gym all the time, and from there, I had a bad run in with one of the coaches, and I switched gyms. I went up to Bethlehem, like maybe like 3 months in, and I met up with Indio, and from there, you know, it was to the stars. Indio showed me nothing but love, and
That's
then I met up with my other coach Fernando, a little bit down the line, and all uphill. It was all to the stars.
and for those that don't know, Indio is Lemuel Rodriguez, who's the
Yes,
father of Jonathan Rodriguez, who's
absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
trained a lot of fighters up in the Bethlehem area. Then, quick question: Jeffrey Dorsey, I believe, is Larry Holmes' grandson. Have you ever had a chance to meet and chat with the champ?
Yeah, but I mean, he was always busy. He would come in the gym, and he'd come in, and he'd see us all working. He's like, stay busy, hard work, and he's like, and jab, and then he'd walk out because he'd always be in a suit and tie, and I'm like, I was always inspired by that. Like you own the spot, and you're in a suit and tie. You come in, you give us some advice, and you got stuff to do.
He basically owns the whole city of Easton, so
Yeah.
he probably had things to do. What do you want to say to the fans out there before we let you go? And we see you next Friday night, March 11th, at the Wind Creek Bethlehem for King's Promotions.
I want to tell you guys that you're in for a beautiful show, a beautiful night of boxing, and tune in. Do not blink. I promise you. Have your food ready. Don't blink.
And
Promise.
where the fans get to see you on the social media platforms?
Facebook, Instagram. My Instagram is X_IV_MCMXC III. And my Facebook is just Khainell Wheeler. And I have a business page, Kai Wheeler, as well. I don't know if you guys are live streaming it or anything like that, but you know.
I actually find I usually live stream these interviews. I'm actually trying something new. It's going to record. It's going to be live streamed probably around noon. I want to wait for some of the people to wake up all over the world, so they get to see and get to know who Khainell Wheeler is. And like I said, we thank you for a few minutes of your time. It looks like you're ready to hit the gym.
Yeah. I was already at the gym earlier. I was there earlier. I'm gonna hit the boxing gym, and then late night I do a couple cardio sessions at Planet Fitness with my brother. You know,
it's the three big workouts a day.
Yeah.
Well, Khainell, we look forward to seeing you. We'll see you next week. I'll catch you at the weigh-in next Friday night, March 11th. Sands, they call it the Sands. Yikes. They're gonna get mad at me. What is the Sands? Wind Creek Resort, Bethlehem. Khainell, thank you for a few minutes of your time, and we'll talk to you along the way.
Absolutely. I appreciate you calling.